Today, we have the finest fighting force the world has ever known. There's no other military that's stronger, more capable, more experienced, or frankly, more innovative. But our military excellence isn't a birthright. It's not guaranteed. And we can't take it for granted in the 21st century. We have to earn it again and again. And that's what this is all about, innovating to stay the best.
So how did I get into this in the first place? People like Sid Drell, he said, you have knowledge, you have responsibility.
People who are the generation older than I in that field had all been part of the generation, that built the bomb. And they always told me that you had, because of the knowledge that you possessed of technology, you had a responsibility that came with that. And somebody said, come to Washington for 1 year. This is a really important problem and give it a try. And I did, and I got hooked because it brought together the two things. One was that my knowledge was valuable, and the other thing was I was doing something that I was good at and making a real contribution to, and that mattered a whole lot. Which was defending our country and our people. Those two things, you bring those two things together, I can do it, and it's really hugely important. That's the magic.
I also want to speak about an innovation in all its dimensions, of which technological innovation is a piece, and a very important piece. Because being more innovative in every way we can is critical to the future success of our military and our Defense Department. Decades ago, most technology of consequence originated in America, and much of that was sponsored by government, especially the Department of Defense. Today, we're still major sponsors, but much more technology is commercial.
So we have to have a new relationship with the dynamic, innovative culture of the United States from the one we had when I started my career.
Today, with more technological innovation happening in the commercial sector, we need to be able to identify and do business with companies outside our traditional defense orbit, as well as those within, and welcome them into our defense technology community. That's why I created our Defense Innovation Unit Experimental, or DIUX, to help build bridges with startups and other commercial technology firms located in innovation ecosystems across the United States. Meanwhile, under the guidance of the Strategic Capabilities Office, or SCO, we're also changing and adapting how we use existing platforms and technologies already in our inventory. And we're ensuring DoD is a place where thinking boldly and differently is fostered. One way we're doing so is with the Defense Innovation Board I established, chaired by Google Alphabet's Eric Schmidt. And just to remind you, that is to provide me and Secretaries of Defense long in the future with innovative ideas from the private sector that might be applicable to the Department of Defense. We want to know what's best out there, what's most innovative, and what's most competitive, and borrow those techniques and those technologies where we can.
Another bridge was the Defense Digital Service, where I got real technical people to come into the Pentagon for a year or a project. I would say, you come and work on one thing for me, just one, or 1 year, and I promise that is the thing you'll tell your children about.
Going forward, I'm confident the logic behind everything I'm talking about today will be self-evident to future defense leadership, as will the value of these efforts. But they also need to have the momentum and institutional foundation to keep going under their own steam and to continue to thrive. We must ensure that we keep leading the way and keep disrupting, challenging, and inspiring all of us to change for the better.